Hi, my name is Lavender Leaf and my pronouns are they, them. I'm going to be doing a tour of my Dead Things shelf, but first I want to do like a couple of disclaimers, and the first is if you want to start a taxidermy collection, make sure you're getting them from ethical sources. Basically just making sure if they're like domesticated animals that they're being taken care of well before they die, and that the animals aren't dying or being killed just to sell their body parts. And I also wanted to say that you can decide for yourself like what you think is ethical and what isn't. You just have to make sure you know where things are coming from. Like specifically because a lot of things are just like ethical and it's like, okay, like, but where's it from, freak? So personally, all of my dead things are either DIY, so animals that I found myself and they were either already skeletons or I turned them into skeletons by either leaving them in the ground for a year or macerating them in water. And I also wanted to say, if you are doing DIY things, make sure you're doing it safely and legally, because depending on where you live, some animals you're not allowed to take their body parts, like a lot of birds in the US, because people were killing birds like crazy to sell taxidermy birds. So yeah, if you're doing your own taxidermy or dry preserving animals or wet preserving or turning them into skeletons, make sure you're doing it safely and you do your research and you fucking wash your hands and stuff, because you don't want to get some kind of fucked up infection or get a bunch of maggots in your house. That hasn't happened to me, but if you don't preserve the animal properly, it is going to rot on your dead thing shelf. So yeah, just make sure you're doing your research and also looking up laws, especially if you want to sell things. Like me, I'm selling Cicada Exoskeletons in a pretzel. Ow! I just got my ears pierced and my septum, by the way, and a tattoo. And Banana wants to rip them out of my face. But yeah, I filled this whole thing to the top with Cicada Exoskeletons that I found over the summer, and I've been selling them on Etsy, and also a few wings are in there, and some dubia roach exoskeletons. I'm selling them on my Etsy. I'll link them down below. And that's another thing that I wanted to say. Dead things don't necessarily have to be dead or recently dead. If you're uncomfortable with that, but you still like, you know, natural history and stuff like that, you could get fossils, exoskeletons, or dried flowers. I dried all of these myself. All I did was like tie them into a little bouquet and then hang them upside down in a closet for a couple weeks, and I have a dry bouquet of flowers. These are very expensive. That's why I did it myself, because I'm cheap. Another way to do it is pressing them in like a book or something, or in the microwave safely. Don't catch your microwave on fire, but you'll see I have a couple of dried flowers up there. But yeah, that's everything. Here's my dead thing shelf. Okay, here is my dead thing shelf. I am holding a light very awkwardly under my camera, so I'm sorry if it's like super shaky or anything. Okay, so first, I just realized that I do not have hands to point at things, so I'm using both of my hands. So here's two deer skulls that I got from like family members. They were hunted for meat, and I got the skulls. Lucky me. Then I have some big goose feathers stuck into the eyeballs. Here's some flowers that I dried. I have a little lavender there. Here is a dried cane toad wallet. Cane toads are an invasive species, so that is one of the only ones that was actually killed to be turned into something. Here is a pretty geode that I have. My friend Emily has the other half. I just visited her in Colorado. Oh my god. Here are my necklaces. I have a turquoise necklace, and I think the dark blue one is lapis. I made the necklace myself, you can tell. Here I have an ammonite, a little banana crochet guy that my friend on Discord made me. Here is a wildflower that I pressed. I'm not good at names of gems. Selenite is that white one, amazonite, rose quartz, blue guy, I forget, a citrine, cluster, clear quartz, also clear quartz. This is a butterfly that I got at the thrift store for like 50 cents. The middle part of the body is fake, but the wings are real. That's also another way to get taxidermy, and you don't really have to worry about, the ethics of supporting whatever. If you get it secondhand, then you're supporting some freak at the thrift store. Okay. This is a cat skull that my dad found in the yard. And this cat is my cat Princess. I will show you a close-up of him. He had cancer, so you can see the, cancer shit all over his bones. Right here I have a mink skull and Cicada Exoskeletons, and this is my dead baby rat in a jar. I'll show some close-ups of that one too. This is a molt from my tarantula bunny. Here's a coyote and a raccoon tail. I forgot over here I also have a big rabbit pelt. It's very soft. Here are some wood burnings that my friend Emily made for me. That's Princess, the cat. Here's a dubia roach exoskeleton, a cicada exoskeleton, a dried cicada that cannot stand up. Here is a shrew skull. I found a dead shrew on the side of the road and macerated it. Here is a mouse and a bat skull that I macerated. And this is a raccoon tooth, I think. And then over here I have a coyote skull with a pigeon feather, banana feather, and a big goose feather. Here is a rabbit skull that I also found on the side of the road. Clear quartz. Oh, and there's also a snake skin back there that I found. I don't know what this red guy is. Here is a chicken skull, a shark tooth. I don't know what that little orange guy is. Amethyst and rose quartz. This is my domestic dog skull that I got on Etsy. It's my favorite skull. All of my skulls that I didn't find myself, I got on Etsy. There's a lot of great shops on there. You just have to make sure that their stuff is ethically sourced. There's a couple that have really cheap, weird bugs and bats and stuff that I don't trust. You just have to be careful of where you're finding your stuff. But yeah, that's my dead thing shelf. So yeah, that was my dead thing shelf. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any ideas for videos you would want to see, let me know. I'm thinking about doing more book videos, book reviews, book summaries, specifically with political books, because I want to share my knowledge. This is one book that I read this year that I really like. It's called Doing Life. Reflections of Men and Women Serving Life Sentences. Portraits and Interviews by Howard Zaire. It's really good. It's like just pictures of people. And they're talking about restorative justice and prison abolition and stuff. And it's really great, and I recommend it. 5 out of 5. He also has a book that's just all about restorative justice. I guess he's one of the people that like founded it. And then there's also one that's reflections of crime victims, which I want to get. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's pretty poggers. Oh, I also have Hi. Yeah, this is Jelly Bean. She's evil now. Okay. Me. Okay, she should be sleeping now. So the other book, I just finished this on the plane. It's called On Tyranny, 20 Lessons from the 20th Century by Timothy Snyder. I gave it 4 out of 5, just like doing a book review at the end of this. I gave it 4 out of 5. I would also recommend this. I think it's like a good starting place for learning about anti-fascism. The book's a little bit like not super radical, not super critical of the current government. It's just kind of like Trump freaked me out. But it is pretty good, and it has some like interesting ideas. I'm thinking about doing like a more in-depth book review of it and its ideas. And I got the graphic version. It has really cool illustrations in it. But yeah, that's it. Read books. Read more books. I've read 11 books this year. I want to get to 50 books for the year, like I did last year. Watch that video. Watch more of my videos. Okay, bye!
I hope you like my dead things, yeah. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. That'd be super poggers. I would like that. I hope you like the song. Yeah, zippity